Pepper says, are you ready to clean out this kid's bedroom before the holidays? I know I am.
Hello everyone and welcome back to A Hoarder's Heart. For today, we are getting in this kid's bedroom, cleaning it up, going through clothes, kind of resetting it because the holidays are very quickly approaching. That's the time of year when you get an influx of stuff coming into your home, into the kids' room. So if the kids' room is already messy and unorganized, you're just kind of adding to the piles and adding to the chaos. So that's why before the holiday craziness starts, we're going to get into Tyler's room. And we're also going to be talking about how to balance out the messiness and the tidiness in your home, because I had realized that Tyler's demeanor in the beginning of this video was really off. And I realized that he was putting too much pressure on himself, that it had gotten messy again. And don't we all kind of feel a little bit of that embarrassment when it gets too messy? But I want you all to know that it's okay. So we really dive into that topic. And I also want to give a super thank you to Stephanie Wife. Thank you so much for your super thanks donation. It means the world to me because it helps me continue to build this channel, to create a loving space so that everyone can understand what hoarding disorder is and hopefully heal family members and each other's relationships with people with hoarding disorder or just even messiness. And this video is dedicated to you, Stephanie. Okay, so let's start with this dresser right here. Now, at the moment, Tyler is in school because I'm going to have him help me with the top part of this, but the clothes, I can kind of go through this without him. I can already go through each and every drawer, starting to pull stuff out. What fits, what doesn't fit. I have a scope of pretty much what does and doesn't. Now, the pants he will have to try on, but that's okay. We can go through each individual drawer, going through everything.
And Tyler is getting older and he's really starting to shoot up and he's outgrowing his stuff so quickly. With Christmas coming up, I want to make sure that we have it decluttered because a sweet YouTube family, probably about 6 months ago, had said how she always cleans and resets her kids' bedroom before their birthday and before Christmas because she knows that there's going to be an influx of stuff coming into their room. And I thought, that is really great advice. And I wish I could remember her name to give her credit. Now, a majority of these socks I'm going through, Tyler outgrew. We can totally let them go. And the first basket over there is soccer socks and trampoline sports socks. The middle one, of course, is socks that he wears every day. And this top drawer is organized. So we're going to move right onto here, which is supposed to be all of his shorts. And I feel like we did this in the beginning of the year, but again, he grew. So I know that some stuff in here, it's probably too small. Like the bathing suits so far, they're all fitting him just fine. But this bathing suit, no, we gotta let it go. It's much too small. And as we're going through this drawer, I do want to dive into how to find balance between messiness and tidiness, because that is a battle that I have been dealing with my entire life, and I feel like a lot of people do too. That it came very apparent to me when Tyler seemed to be very hesitant to declutter in his bedroom. Now, he did say he wanted to do a bedroom clean a couple days before that. But when it was time to record, I noticed that he kind of changed a little bit, and I asked him what was wrong. And he was worried that people were going to be disappointed in him, that the room appeared to be messy again. And I reassured him that everybody has messes and people aren't going to be upset or mad at you or make fun of you if a mess comes back. And if anything, people are going to cheer you on because you're cleaning up your messes and being so incredibly brave and taking the right steps into tidying up his space. And I also gave him the option that if he didn't want to record the video, we didn't have to. I could pick another topic to record. And after thinking about it, I could see that he wanted to move forward with creating the video. video. Now we're going to move on to the pants. Now this third drawer, I know that a lot of these pants from last year are grown out. So again, we're just looking at every piece, seeing what size fits him and what size doesn't. And there are some sizes that are kind of the in-between that I have to have him try on so I can see if they fit or not. So now let's try and find some balance between being messy and tidy, because I realize that everyone has a lot of emotion between the two, and it can be a powerful way to create spaces that feel welcoming yet organized. So here are some tips that will help you strike that middle ground. And the first thing is going to be define your comfort level. Messiness and tidiness are subjective. And let me tell you how true that is, because to me, messiness was such a comforting thing to me and eased my anxiety as someone who had hoarding disorder. Some people find comfort in a lived-in space, while others need more order to feel relaxed. There really is no wrong answer. It's up to you. Define what your comfort level looks like, and it's okay if you tend to be a little on the messy side. You can accept it. It's okay. So now I'm going to take you into the laundry room really quick, because I have a ton of Dollar Tree drawer organizers in here from years ago when they were $1. And some of the drawer organizers in there, they're a little beat up. So we're going to use the ones that we already have. And I'm not going to throw out the old organizers, because we have a ton of clothes that Tyler outgrew. And I'm going to put them on the Facebook Townsgiving page, and I'm just going to place them in those old organizers so people can easily pick them up and take them home. Now, I'm folding the pants the Kamari way, because that's probably the best functioning method that I've seen for folding pants and shirts and all that. So I'm going to be folding and putting it away that way. It's also my favorite because you can visually see everything that you have. And Tyler has a lot of pants that fit him. I actually don't have to buy any for Christmas or tell my relatives that he doesn't really need any pants. We're good to go. And in the second drawer, we have an open bin, because all the shorts can fit into the bin that is on the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of his jammy pants right in that middle one. And now we have some emptied out bins and a ton of clothes that we're getting rid of. This pile is huge, so there's a lot of stuff going out so that his room can be nice and organized. Now me and Tyler are going to start taking all the stuff off the top of the dresser, making decisions of throwing stuff out or putting it where they need to go. And I'm going to now bring us into number 2 of how to find balance between messiness and tidiness. And that is use zones for mess and order. Establish areas for a mess and areas for tidiness in your space. For example, in Tyler's room, the floor should be cleaned up. That should be a space that should be kept tidy. And his bookcase with the shelving unit going up, that can be a little more messy. That can have that cluttercore aesthetic to it. It's okay to be tidy and give a bit of leeway to your creative space too. And to complete the top of the dresser, I'm letting Tyler decorate it the way that he wants to. Now, this was recorded about a month ago. This area right here was so dusty, and it's kind of like his gaming area. And I just wanted this to be more organized for him instead of just being on the floor. So we ordered Tyler a little nightstand that had the dimensions to fit into that section to try and organize his toys. And of course, Hubby the Builder went ahead and started building his nightstand for him, because of course it came in all pieces. So while he was building it, me and Ty were cleaning out this section because there was so much dust and just mess all over the place. And when it was done, it fit perfectly in the spot, creating a space for Tyler to organize his controllers, his console, and even the games in the drawer. And as we move on to this section and start cleaning it out, we'll go into number 3, and that is practice controlled clutter. Create small clutter zones where items can be accumulated, like a decorative bowl for the mail or a basket for books. It helps keep the mess contained so that you still have easy access to grab the items, but it's not all over the place. And I would say this would be probably similar to Dana Kaye's white container method. You can have as much as you want in the contained basket. It's okay to have these little controlled, cluttered zones. Number 4 is going to be set clear boundaries. And that is decide on specific things that should always stay organized. For us, I like Tyler's clothes to be organized, how they are in the drawer. You can see everything very clearly. And of course, Tyler's bookcase, we allow a little flexibility. It can be a little cluttered. We can have some extra toys showing. As long as it can be contained into the unit, it's okay. And as much as I'd love to go through this and start decluttering, Tyler didn't want to. He liked how it was. And I'm not going to force him to do anything that he doesn't want to do in his room. There's other things that we can do. For example, the wall could use a nice wipe down, and this poster kind of needs to be rehung. Tyler also wants to add a second poster to this wall, but first, we have to clean it. Number 5 is going to be decluttered often because it's so easy to over accumulate and feel buried by your belongings. That's why I have a decluttering video each and every week, because I still have stuff that I have to go through and review and see what I can let go of, what no longer serves us. Because I definitely know that the less you own, the easier it is to strike a balance between being messy and being tidy. And number 6 is going to be embrace the aesthetic of imperfection. Styles like casual minimalism or bohemian chic and even cluttercore celebrate the beauty of imperfection. With these styles, it's okay to have your space look like it's lived in rather than being perfectly curated like you're in a museum. It's okay to embrace your imperfection because it's what makes us human. Number 7 is going to be organize with flexibility in mind. Look, I'm ADHD, right? So I like to see all my stuff. Tyler is not ADHD, but he's very similar where he likes the open shelves, baskets, trays. He likes to see his stuff so that he can easily access the item. Now, Clutterbug kind of offers this in the organization with the different type of clutterbugs that you are, so you can find out what kind of organizer you are and follow her advice to whichever clutterbug you happen to be. Now, moving on to the last one, which is going to be number 8, is going to be mind your mental space. Find what feels best for you mentally. As a recovering hoarder, or someone who had hoarding disorder for a majority of my life, I could never be a strict minimalist. Too much order can feel really restrictive, and not seeing all the things I love would stress me out. That would make me very anxious living in a very minimalistic home, where my mom is the opposite, right? She's more minimalistic. So of course, too much clutter, too much stuff stresses her out. So just listen to your gut intuition and adjust based on how you feel in your space. Now, I wasn't planning on recording a tossy pile of this video, but man, Tyler let go of so much stuff that one of the bags is already out for trash day. And everything in this bin we're letting go of. Some stuff does need to be trash and other things are going to be given away. But overall, I'm so incredibly proud of Tyler. And now me and Tyler are so happy to show you all the newly reset bedroom, ready for the holidays. Tyler is very pleased with the outcome of it, and that makes this mama incredibly happy as well. We cleared out some spaces, especially the floor. That's something that needs to be neat and clean. And yes, there are still some things that we can organize, but that's okay. Life is about adjusting and changing and taking it day by day. It's okay if it's not perfectly cleaned. We did what we could because Tyler has soccer games and homework to do. And overall, I'm just so happy on the way this turned out. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to clean, declutter, and let something go in your home today too.